The Hard Journey, Stories of Forced Migrations in Native American History. Learn about the forced migrations of Native American tribes, their resilience, and the lasting impact on Native American culture and heritage. The Hard Journey, Understanding the Forced Migrations of Native American Tribes. Hey, have you ever really stopped to think about the incredible and often heartbreaking history behind the forced migrations of Native American tribes? I mean, it's a part of our country's story that's both difficult and deeply important. It shapes a huge part of Native American heritage and helps us understand the resilience of Native people and their culture. I want to share a bit about this history, kind of like telling a story to a friend, because it deserves attention. So imagine living on land your family has called home for generations, where every river, hill, and forest holds stories, traditions, and memories. That was the life for countless Native communities. But starting mainly in the 19th century, many of these communities faced forced relocations that tore them away from this land. These forced migrations weren't just moves, they were life-altering events filled with suffering and loss. The most well-known example is probably the Trail of Tears. This was the result of the Indian Removal Act, signed by President Andrew Jackson in 1830. The law basically gave the government the power to push Native American tribes off their homelands, primarily in the southeast, and send them west of the Mississippi River. The Cherokee, Choctaw, Chickasaw, Creek, and Seminole tribes, known as the 5 civilized tribes, were among those heavily impacted. The Trail of Tears was brutal. Thousands of Native people were forced to walk hundreds of miles under harsh conditions, through winter weather, disease, and starvation. Many didn't survive the journey, and the trauma is still felt deeply today in Native American culture and heritage. Despite losing vast amounts of their ancestral land, Native people maintained their culture, stories, and communities, showing an incredible strength that's inspiring. But the Trail of Tears isn't the whole story. Forced migrations occurred throughout Native American history in different forms and places. The Navajo, for example, faced their own horrific experience during the Long Walk in the 1860s, when they were forced to relocate from their homeland in Arizona and New Mexico to a desolate reservation. This trek was devastating and led to immense suffering too. These migrations weren't just physical journeys, they represented the loss of autonomy, the disruption of Native governance, and the fracturing of Native families. Yet these communities held on to their culture and traditions, adapting while preserving their identity. Native American history is full of stories of survival, adaptation, and hope. Understanding these events helps us appreciate the complexity and richness of Native heritage even more. It reminds us why it's so vital to listen to Native voices and support Native causes today. The stories of Native American tribes are not just footnotes in history books, they're living legacies that have shaped our nation. If you find this topic as compelling as I do and want to explore more about faith, resilience, and history through a compelling narrative, I highly recommend checking out For Such a Time as This. It's a powerful story that weaves history with human spirit in a way that really sticks with you. Get your copy today. It's a great way to reflect on how history shapes us and the incredible endurance of Native people, all while enjoying a story that uplifts and inspires. So next time you hear about the struggles of Native Americans, remember the journeys behind the headlines, the forced migrations, the resilience of Native tribes, and the vibrant culture that continues to thrive despite it all.